Okay, I got my check. I hate when you deposit your money through the mobile app, how they put a hold on it for 24 hours because I was going to go to the grocery store, but I guess I have to do it tomorrow, but that's fine. That's fine. I'm glad I was out to get this done and over with early before the traffic came. So that's a good thing. Seen purple rims before. That's a new one right there. Oh, I remember what I wanted to talk about. Yesterday, I contacted my doctor to give me a referral to see a therapist because I want to start talking to a therapist. Come on now, give me a break, shit. I hate when you get with people who can't drive. Anyway, I was getting a referral to speak to a therapist. My wife is a therapist, and we talk about the benefits of therapy. I'm like, I don't need to do it. But then thinking about it, I have a lot of things pent up in, and I really don't talk to people like that. I'm not the type of person that'll sit up there and release all my information to a confidant. There's only so much you can tell your mother or your sister or even your spouse. So I think it would be beneficial. And then also too, with the black community, we don't, well, in the past, we didn't do therapy. Even with depression, we wouldn't even really acknowledge that. Oh, you just feeling sad or whatever, and then deal with it. But what do you do when the sadness don't go away and it just stays and lingers, and you feel like you're delving into a dark hole or an endless abyss of darkness? So I'm not feeling like that right now. I'm just saying that in our community, we usually don't go to therapy, and it can be very beneficial. The good thing about therapy is there is confidentiality. Your information will not be released. Can somebody say HIPAA, please? Oh, I'm stuck in the wrong lane. Get over here. So you can release that information. And then I know of a therapist that I want to speak with. I feel comfortable talking to her because I have come into proximity to her before, and she's a black woman. I felt like I wanted a black woman because she can relate. We always want somebody who can relate to us, you know. I don't know, sometimes I get tired of feeling like I have to be a certain way for certain people. And I guess to a degree we have to. I don't want to say morph into a character, but we have to move how the situation allows. You have to conform for a moment to the situation that you're in or who you're around. Like when I get around certain people, or if I'm working around a certain group of people, it's almost like I have to prove myself. I shouldn't have to feel like that, but it's almost like I have to prove myself to show you, especially when there's people that are educated and are in position, and I shouldn't have to do that. You know, you have to speak a certain way. Of course, when you're at work, you're going to carry yourself a certain way, and you're going to be professional. Of course, you're not going to be too laxed and talking like you would talk to your homegirl or homeboy or friends or whatever, right? But then too, being a black woman, when I work amongst mainly white people, sometimes you feel like they're waiting for you to pop off. At least I do. Especially when something goes awry. I feel like, damn, they waiting. They waiting for me to just lose it. I remember one time I was at work, right? And I was doing an assessment for a new client. I was doing her assessment and her mother was there. And I remember she was an alcoholic. So after I completed the assessment, the mother, after I was escorting the daughter into the gates and leading her to the next person that she needs to see, the mother grabbed my hair. My skin crawled just now. And I felt like Jesus. The virtue was released from me. Oh my God, not for real, but I felt like, excuse me, and I snapped my neck around and looked at her. I didn't even have to say a word. Usually when I arch an eyebrow, you know what it is. She dropped my dreadlocks. As you can see, I have dreadlocks. And she said, this was an older woman. It's like a, what did she say it was like? Like a mop. It's like a mop. And I kindly smiled. And this happened about a month ago. I kindly smiled and looked at her and said, but it's not. This is my hair. So she looked offended. And I'm like, you have the nerve to be offended when you touched my hair. People out there that are of a different hue or nationality, don't touch black women's hair. We not pets. We don't like the shit. able to get one that'll pop around and cuss you out, but I didn't do that because I was in a professional environment. But yeah, situations like that. What else would they say? Ask me stupid questions. I get, what are you mixed with all the time? Black. And then I smile. And I very kindly say, black people come in all different colors. But I did tell them what my people are. But I'm like, why is that important? I'm thinking, why is that important? I don't know. Or when they say that I speak differently. What do you mean I speak differently? I know that I have a nice voice. Okay, I know that. That's why I am the voice, ASMR. But I don't know. It can be difficult sometimes. It can be very, very difficult. Coming across racist people. Because there is, what did I say is? There is racism. Some of it is overt. Some of it isn't. I remember there was a job. I had the job until they found out that I think that I was part of the LGBT community. Even though I don't consider myself a part of that community, I consider myself me. I've never been the type of person that do cliques and groups and stuff. I'm just me. I was a loner. But I guess, I am part of, part of the community, whatever. But when they found out that my wife was white, everything halted immediately. It stopped. I said, that is crazy. But, I couldn't let that ride. I called the guy. Of course, he didn't pick up the phone. He was a coward. So I text messaged him. And I said, funny how I had the job. We had a start date. We negotiated my salary. We negotiated my sign-on bonus. Everything was good to go. Until he found out that. And I told him, funny how when you find out that I am a woman and I am a black woman with a white woman, that's a problem. Everything halts. I let it go. My wife was pissed off, but I let it go. I figured, you know what? It wasn't for me. I wasn't supposed to be there for a reason. It worked out how it worked out. I don't want to work for no racist people anyway. But I said, at least tell me. Tell me what it is. Don't just halt everything. Tell me your true feelings. But, that's too much like right. That couldn't be done. My ex said, yeah, that couldn't be done. But I was like, wow. That was crazy. Yeah, my wife was pissed off. She wanted to call him personally and tell him what she thought, but people are just crazy. I don't know. Let people live and let people be. There's a book I'm going to read on my channel, on my other channel, The Voice ASMR. And it intrigued me because someone told me about it at work, actually. And it's a book about a black woman who is a nurse, who has a patient who is white and is racist and doesn't want her care. But I think the patient dies or something like that. And, you know, she has to go to court. And I said, wow, what an interesting situation. How would you handle that? If you have, I'm trying to think, have I ever had that? No, I never had someone that said, I don't want you. Now, I've had people that I felt did not want me to be their nurse. You know, you have that awkwardness or that uncomfortability. I've had that before. But for someone to downright tell you, you know, you black, I don't want you to give me no medication or work on me or give me any shots, or I don't want anything from you. I've never had that. But it made me think, though, you know, in a situation like that, what would I do? Probably say, you know what? You have the right to refuse care. Whatever happens is on you. And chart very well. That's probably what I do, how I handle the situation. I chart very well. Yeah, that's what I would do. But that's stupid. That's real stupid. That your hate and disdain for a person is that strong that it overrides your health. Something is wrong with you mentally, sir or ma'am. Seriously, something is wrong. There is a mental disturbance there when your hate overrides your health, or possibly life and death. I watched Tanya Howell, and she has a quote or a saying that she says all the time. Is it love God more than you hate my skin color? It's powerful. Very, very powerful. But it's just something that we have to deal with. I remember talking to another co-worker, I think it was 2 years ago. And she told me, she said, you know what? And she's black. She said, I went to the golf course with, you know, a friend of hers who's a nurse practitioner. Was she a nurse practitioner or a psychiatrist? One of those, I don't know. And when she went, I guess it was some type of function, but she was the only black woman there. And they thought she was the help. And then when her friend found this out, she, you know, started to make a commotion or whatever about it. And she told her, it's okay. It's okay. It's all right. I'm used to it. And that's sad that we have to be used to it. Certain shit. Me and my wife, we have these conversations, and she says, you know, that she will never be able to understand how it is to be black, or, you know, a black woman. And we talk about each other's struggles that we have to go through. Her as a dyke, she calls herself a dyke. I don't think that's insulting or anything. Well, she calls herself a dyke. I say, honey, you're ambiguous. Not ambiguous, androgynous, duh. Very, very androgynous looking. People can't tell. Well, a lot of people think that she is a man. Um, but I always call her both. I say you're both. You're beautiful and you're handsome. But yeah, talk about each other's struggles, and I told her some of the things that I've experienced, the crass things that people say, the things that people think they have the audacity to say. You know, you just deal with it. Unfortunately, you deal with it. But there's a way sometimes you can check people. It depends on the situation too. You can check a person respectfully. My main thing is, though, I don't like dealing with people with stank attitudes. Ugh. I deal with a lot of privileged people at work. My clients, a lot of them are privileged. They come from money. And they are, their attitudes are very, very unappreciative, nasty, and that's unfortunate. I'm like, man, that's why you're here. That's why you hear that nasty attitude, you unhappy, you ugly within. So you have to go to substances to feel good and not face that ugly in the mirror. Look at that ugly and heal it. Heal yourself, you know? But I'm almost at the store. Get ready to go inside the store. If you have not yet subscribed to, I can't even talk. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please do. Hit the thumbs up button, and I will talk to you later. Peace.